Hello and welcome to our channel. In this video, we will talk about structures. Let's say we have a person whose information we want to store. The information may consist of name, age, and height. Now, this will be three variables for a single person. Let's say we want to store the information of 10 persons. So, in order to do that, we have to create 10 variables for name, 10 variables for age, and 10 variables for height. Similarly, let's say if we have a 2D plane and there's a point in it which is x comma y, we have to store two variables, let's say integer x and integer y for a point. Now if we have n number of points, we need to store n numbers of x and n numbers of y. So these three variables here and these two variables here represents a single entity. In this case it is a person and here it is a point. We can group these variables together in a new data structure that we can create, that is called structure. Let's say we have a person whose name we want to store. We'll write a name here and we will write age and we can write the height. So we will write the struct keyword here, and since it is a person, we will name this person and enclose this whole thing in curly braces. Now if we want to declare a variable that has these three characteristics, we will use struct the person. Since struct person is a new variable type we created, and let's say we create a person p1. Now to set the values, we will say p1 dot name, let's say equal to Tom, and p1 dot age we will set 25, and p1 dot height will be equal to 172 centimeters. We can print it using printf %d comma %d \n. Let's print the name also, %s comma, and here we'll put p1 dot name, p1 dot age, and p1 dot height. Let's save this program. We will compile this and run, and this gives us the output. Let's create another structure here to represent the points. We'll say struct point and the point will have two variables, x and y. Now let me clear this first. Let's create a point here. We'll say struct point, let's say a1. Alright, now we can do a1 dot x is equal to 2 and a1 dot y equal to 4. We can write printf here. We will do %d comma %d \n, and we will say a1 dot x and a1 dot y. We will save this, recompile and run, and it gives us the coordinates. Now since struct point is too large, we can reduce this with the help of type def. We'll write here type def, and we will remove this word from here and we will paste it here. Now what type def does is it replaces the string struct, that is the string in between, with the string that is at the last. so we can omit writing struct here, and this should work fine. We'll recompile and run this, and it works. And also, to assign the values, we can simply have some functions like, let's say a1 equal to set points, or set point will give here two values, let's say 2, 4. We can then delete this, and let's create this function. The output type will be point, and the name of the function is set point. It will have two values, x, y. We will create here a new variable of type point, and let's say the variable is a. We'll set a dot x equal to x and a dot y equal to y, and then we can return the value of a. And if we save this and run, we will get the same output. Also, let's say if we have n number of points, we can simply create an array. Let's say we have 3 points, so we can, let's say I will delete this, and we will create a loop here to arbitrarily assign values to those points. Let's say integer I equal to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. I will write here 2 points, integer x equal to, let's say I plus 3 into 3 plus 3, and we can do similar thing for the y. We'll say I plus 5 here and 5 here, and we'll do a of I equal to set point, and we'll give here x, y. We can write a similar loop to print this for integer I equal to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. And we will replace here a of I and a of I. Let's save this. We will recompile and run, and we get 3 randomly generated points. Also, we can use pointers here. Let's say we have a point here a, and we can create a pointer of type point, which will point to the address of a. Now let me remove this. We can set a equal to set point, let's say 3, 7. So we can print it using dereferencing the pointer. We'll do %d, %t, and we will write here star ptr, then close this in brackets, and we will here write a dot and x, and similarly we will write here for the y. We will put a semicolon, and we can save this and run, and it gives us the output. Now, since pointers are used with structures, so what we have is a normal convention to do this. We'll simply remove this stars and just put a arrow in between, and if we save, compile and run, we get the similar output.